Where we at? So, can you hear me? Back to you, Bob. Back to you, Bob. What's the verdict? Great rising? We good, or are we still out here fucking up? Peace and power, y'all. Alright, y'all gotta let me know. Shit, we good. We good. Let's get it. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Okay, so I don't know if you heard me last time. Great rising, great rising. Vanessa, you in Savannah? You want me to come spend the night over there? You want me to come spend the night over there in Savannah? Because I'm actually studying in Savannah in the day, but I'm staying in Hinesville. You know, when you find a deal, you find a deal. Alright, so yeah. So I'm an hour away from where, like, I have to be in class today at 9 a.m. and it take an hour with no traffic, and I don't know what, I'm in a new space, so I'm gonna try to leave like 30-40 minutes earlier. Great rising. You missed it on the last video. I did the water fast yesterday. Nothing but water, just distilled water all day. I ain't got to that chapter yet, but I'm learning. I've been told it's the best water, because our body doesn't have to do anything to clean it, Anyway, I'll let you know when I know more about it. Anyway, all I do know is fasting on that water for a day got me feeling real light. I don't even remember shitting yesterday. I'm trying to think. Did I shit yesterday? Oh yeah, I shit before I left the house for power hours and shit. Just had to make sure I had a bowel and shit. Great rising. Every time I see you with you, I be like, turn the fuck up. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was eating the grapes and the okra before, in the days before I got here. So that's probably what made the water day less of a challenge than it could have been. Anyway, so I'm gonna find out at 9 o'clock whether or not I gotta stay on water another day, or whether or not I can have some fruit. But I'm hoping that my coach say go ahead and eat fruit, and then I'm gonna challenge myself to still have just water. I'll buy some grapes in case I get weak, but I'm gonna push for more water. They kept calling this detox as I go through the program. The certification requires more than reading a book and taking some pop tests, some pop quizzes. You also have to show it in body. You have to show it in body. A doctor doesn't have to. And no other thing. A doctor, a lawyer, sadly, even our pastors don't have to live in the way that they teach or tell us to. Okay. Like, our doctors will tell us to take 1,000 fucking medicines, and then they go home and make food their medicine. The medical doctors. So on this holistic joint, like, I gotta really be a reflection of it, and that's part of the certification. Nobody want to sign off on me saying, nobody want to sign no certification saying that I studied under them or came under them if I'm not living the life. So I'm going to stop right there, just because, like I said, if I seem a little scatterbrained, gotta it higher because I feel like I can't see this. If I get a little sound a little scatterbrained, it's because I am. It's a couple of things that I'm withholding, and I'm gonna give y'all all I got and shit. For real. Yeah, but not right now. I'm just trying to wait till, till I'm in my own space, in the right space. When I'm in my own space, then yeah. But that's why I'm scatterbrained. I'm so used to telling you everything. You usually help me sort out my thoughts, and I'm using this time to sort my own thoughts out. I'm using this time to be really accountable, more accountable than I've ever been. Like, I don't think we realize how far the bullshit stretch, how far the shit goes. When we keep saying we're trying, like, we're really not trying. Like, and it's crazy because trying is not enough. It's really not, family. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Let me just go ahead and read before I let some cats out the bag. Because, yes, I'm the bag lady and the cat lady. Let me read before my cats are out of the bag. Because that's not what we're trying to do today. Great rising, y'all. Great rising. Great rising. Look here. I'm a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breast, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. I'm still sleepy. I'm motherfucking tired. It's cool though. It's cool. I'm rocking. All right. Yeah, I love you. Page 125. Guardians and protectors of the 9 gateways of initiation. Let's just do that. Yeah. Let's do that. That's peace, because I consider myself as contemporary. At the entrance to each gateway, we will be there for you, your spiritual guides, your ancestors, your elders, and your contemporaries. The spiritual guardian, the Interu, is an aspect of the Mother, Father, Creator, an indwelling spirit that lives in all of us to help guide us through life. Each of us has the power to connect with our guide in prayer, in meditation, and while performing sacred songs and dances. Hold on. Go ahead and do that so I don't lose it. Ancestor. This is a blood or extended family member who has died and made the transition into the spirit world. This person is now in a position to render service to those who call out his or her name for spiritual guidance in the material world. Elder. She is an older member of your blood or extended family who carries the wisdom of the family. She may be someone you go to for advice, direction, and knowledge. The greater the respect you show towards your elders, the greater your blessings will be. Contemporary. If you don't have elders, borrow someone else's. Contemporary. In Sacred Woman, a contemporary is a woman from your peer group who inspires others by being a living example of a highly charged life in a particular area. A contemporary in this context is one who has mastered a particular skill, attitude, profession, spiritual level, and the like. So, a contemporary is a woman from your peer group who inspires you. That's peace. A lot of y'all are my contemporaries. Most of you for different reasons. Like, Noni, because you're so bold, and yeah, like, that's a hard thing. It's natural to you, and a lot of people don't have that. The ability to say they want something and then do it. Like it just come with the territory. Like the way we eat or drink. If I'm thirsty, I know I gotta go get something to drink. I don't just sit and wait and hope a motherfucker's gonna come tap on my shoulder and take my order at the house. That's how you just go through life. You be like, okay, I gotta do this, and I want this, or that gotta be done, and when that's done, I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to the procrastinate part? That's my favorite part. Lisa, because you run a business like a corporation, and that's what makes small businesses big businesses, is they do the same things that big business do. And you do that. Like, you make something from nothing all the time with everybody's stuff. And in Tanya, you always come out the blue with the gems and shit, like the random shit. Like your spirit always look. All of y'all, Queen Mother and the Shea Butters, like don't even be expecting no box into the big ass box of just love and shit. And from her post, it look like she don't do nothing but be on the radio and in the tub. But she managed to get to the post office. Like all of y'all, for real. All of y'all, for real. From Riley, like with the hair weave and shit, that's bold as fuck to me too. Like she'll do a pink hair tutorial where the hair come down all the way to the ass like Nicki Minaj, and she woke as fuck. That's free. We don't let nobody tell you trying to be a white woman, you trying to be you self-hate because you got the weave, you self-hate. Like she don't give no fuck about none of that. Like, yeah, all that. When we just bold and we just free and we just flip fucking loose and like when we live in like energies and like elements and not like slaves, okay, or not like prisoners. Yeah, that's peace. That's why y'all are my contemporaries. So we one another's contemporary. All right, rites of passage, the 9 gateways. Our people have experienced many kinds of lifestyles born out of disharmony and shaped by our heritage of slavery. Wait a minute, before I read this, I did tell you that a part of this being out here is a part of this holistic thing is helping me to learn how not accountable I've been in all my accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's that damn trying. It's that trying shit that's not enough. Like here's an example. Like you go to the gas station and you want to get something healthy to eat, but you be like, damn, they never got nothing. And so that's your gripe. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never got nothing at these gas stations. Like, they ain't never got nothing good at these little gas stations and shit. And sometimes they have the bananas and sometimes they don't. But, like, what the fuck? You went in the gas station. You know what I'm saying? You went in the gas station looking for something. And so that's not trying hard enough. When you say shit like, they don't give a fuck about us. Ain't nothing around our neighborhood but this bullshit. Okay, so go outside your neighborhood and shit. We just accept death at every turn. And, yeah, I think that even that is us, like, casually pushing it off on somebody else. You know, my grandma taught me how to cook like this, or I inherited this disease from this person. You know what I mean? Like, or my daughter get her bad skin from you, mama. No, she don't. She get her bad skin from the bad stuff you put in her body. Now, yeah, I love you. I almost dropped another gem. Let me read. When I gem, I say one of the ones I'm supposed to be holding for later. Let me read. Okay, let's read. Rites of passage, the 9 gateways. Our people have experienced many kinds of lifestyles born out of disharmony and shaped by our heritage of slavery. A healing is needed to return us to our innate divine order. A healing is needed to usher in African power and harmony. We ask ourselves why the African people in America and the Caribbean and various parts of the world are in such a state of disunity. It started more than 2,000 years ago when foreigners made war on us and stole our homeland. It continued 400 years ago when millions of our people were stolen away and sold into slavery. The result of the incomprehensible trauma carried through our blood into the present day has been astronomical divorce rates between mates and a war between sisters, mothers, daughters, brothers, fathers, and sons. Before we were stolen, separated from our home in Mother Africa and our people, our traditions, and our way of life, we were a whole and healthy people. We had traditions that provided us with balance and harmony. The Holocaust that we Africans endured left us as Negroes without our African land, culture, language, music, dance, customs, foods, religion, dress, and above all, without our Creator. It left us without our rites of passage from childhood to adulthood. It left us without a way to heal our scars. It left us without a healthy family life for We were constantly being separated from parents, children, husbands, and wives to be sent to faraway plantations as property, as slaves. Self-love was almost wiped out of us by an inhumane, imbalanced aggressor. Yet through it all, we were never separated from spirit. So we rise today as the undefeatable dark people we are. We ascend as surely as the sun rises and sets. Traditionally, in African tribal society, a systematic training was provided for entering womanhood or manhood. This training began at puberty and lasted from 2 to 4 years. These were our rites of passage. Look, I hope it does not just sound like we just reading, because the rites of passage is important. A rites of passage is important. I think we're on page 126, sis. We're on page 126. A rites of passage is important because it's the reason I feel like some of us, listen, this is a really good example. We wonder how some people become mothers and they like immediately get it together. Like wherever they were slackers before, they immediately on their shit. The minute they learn that they're going to be a mother, it's like something in them shifts. And then some people, they just half-ass mothers. And you wonder, like, bitch, Biscuit, you didn't get the memo? You're a mother out here in these streets. Like, that's just it, because there was no rite of passage. You know what I'm saying? If you still get it in the absence of our rites of passage, then you've done the work. You know, you got away unscathed. You're one of the ones that made it. One of the lucky ones. Because without a rites of passage, grown up just fall in your lap. Grown up just fall in your lap. And it's the reason why a lot of our children, she acting like she grown. She thinks she grown. It's what she know grown to be. There's not been a rites of passage. There are, like, some cultures have like the bar mitzvah. That's like a coming of age or some shit, right? And some have the quinceañera and shit. And we have a sweet 16 sometimes, not most times in our community. Like, you can call it a sweet 16, but it ain't gonna be no sweeter than the 15 was. And I guarantee it ain't gonna be no sweeter than 17 gonna be. But the concept is a rites of passage. Like I said, traditionally, if you had to endure some tribal scars on your back and shit, or if you had to go and wrestle with a lion and shit, or you had to go and fucking tackle a bear, then you've earned it. You know, there was an aspiration to grow and show and prove yourself, to others, but also and mostly and first to yourself. And we don't have that rites of passage. We don't have those rites of passage anymore. A lot of us don't. When a woman gets her cycle, or a teenager gets her cycle, that's a good time to, you know, start a rite of passage, you know, and teach her, like, the way to ascend through this is to eat the right ways, and to think the right ways, and to cleanse the right ways, you know, but not just to give a motherfucker a box of tampons. Like, hey, you know, there's no rites of passage, and those are necessary. So we got a shitload of people for a shit long time, like, who their idea of grown up then, oh, when I can vote and shit. Like, who the fuck looks forward to voting? Like, I can't wait till I'm old enough to vote. No, like, it's like, I can't wait till I'm old enough to buy my own cigarettes, and I can't wait till I'm old enough to buy my own beer, and I can't wait till I'm old enough to move out, and I can't wait till I'm old enough to play the lottery, and all the other type of shit that we shouldn't be rushing to come to. Like, there should be some rite of passage besides those things. And that's what the 9 gateways are. For all of us, like, I always ask you, where's the confetti for you? Where's the confetti for the black woman's womb? You know? Like, we got all of the Mother's Day and a Father's Day, and we got a lot of stuff going on. But where is Womb Day? Like, we need that for the work that the wombs of the world is a womb. So why don't we have that? This is it. The rites of passage. Yo, my book is really coming apart. Let me try to get my paper back on here. Hold on. Yeah, thanks. Alright. Okay. So here we go. Alright, so the rites of passage is definitely peace, and that's what we're doing now. That's for us to get through. This is where we're gonna have our confetti. It's dope because at the end, there's even a naming ceremony where you get a new name because you've grown into who you are. You know, that's peace. Here we go. Let me keep on pushing. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna stay on here as long today because I got to go hop on the freeway and ride an hour and shit. I love you though. Like I said, I can't wait to pour my heart out to you. I'm just waiting for the most poetic time. But I'm learning a lot about myself and let me see. That's it. I'm learning a lot about our journey as we know it. Okay. That was vague enough. Traditionally in African tribal society, a systematic training was provided for entering womanhood or manhood. This training began at puberty and lasted for 2 to 4 years. These were our rites of passage. You did not go through life in a hit or miss fashion, unsure of your direction, role, and purpose within the community. You were groomed to be a responsible, intelligent, and productive person. You were given the skills required for the collective success of your people. Today, however, when a woman and a man come together in matrimony, they often experience misunderstandings because they have not experienced their rites of passage training. In traditional Kemetic life, when conflict arises between a married couple, the elders come together to support the couple and to help them work out or heal any and all disturbances they may have. In this way, the problem is resolved by both sides of the family, and this helps to prevent divorce, fathers not caring for their children or their youth, or mothers or wives not being able to live up to their marriage vows. Both the man and the woman may then be given further guidance. Oh, what happened? You took a message back? Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Guys, what you were saying? Put that shit back on there. Alright, both the man and the woman may then be given further guidance and instruction on how to be a productive family, because the family is the foundation for a strong tribe, nation, and society. Without going through our rites of passage, our guidance on how to be upright women and men, there can be. Alright, give me a minute. Alright, I'm coming out. Hold on. Alright, cool. Alright, without going through our rites of passage, our guidance on how to be upright women and men, there can be no healthy future. Without our rites of passage, we, both men and women, are lost. Life, productivity, direction, healing cannot go forward. So let us all strive to bring back our rites of passage. For young girls just coming into their womanness, and for mature women in need of deep reconnection with their sacredness. The Sacred Woman Initiation is my effort to recreate our ancient rites from our perspective as a contemporary healer. I pray that what I share with you will add riches to your pot. Please draw from these teachings what you need to move into your wholeness, move into a greater love and respect and appreciation of your beautiful African self as you unfold through the healing gateways of sacred womanhood. Okay, so check this out. The Sacred Woman Initiation is my effort to recreate our ancient rites, my perspective as a contemporary healer. I pray that what I share with you will add riches to your pot. Please draw from these teachings what you need to move into your wholeness. That's peace in that alone. That's a big gem. Take what you need to move into wholeness. It's actually the way healthy cells operate. Are you a healthy self? You know, that's how healthy cells operate. They take what they need. Chew the fruit and spit the seed. You know? Please draw from these teachings what you need to move into your wholeness. Please move into a greater love and respect and appreciation of your beautiful African self as you unfold through the healing gateways of sacred womanhood. Damn. If I could put sacred woman in one paragraph, that would be it right there. That would be it. The why you should read it. In one boom. Life is peace when you live close to the natural order. And there is a divine and natural order. There's a lot of improv, and there's a lot of other ways. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But there's a way to live without skinning the cat. There's a way you and the cat can both walk away from this. Right. There's a way you and the cat can both walk away from this. Alright, give me a minute. This is me because I can't, because I'm holding back and I'm not used to that. It's training. It's training. Alright, let me give you this again. The closer we are to nature, the natural order of things, the more natural, healthy, and whole our lives are. Okay? Like, everybody want to be holy. That's sacred. Sacred woman is a holy woman. We all want to be holy. I know because of Holy Biblios, we've been a little scared of holy. We don't want to be holy. Yeah. Alright, so considering that holy and sacred are on the same grounds, right? We all want to be holy, but we have to be holy in wholeness. Alright? And the best way to be in whole is to be in the natural order. Alright? Natural order is wholeness. Do we agree to that? Or we agree, or we not? We mixed on that. Are we split on that? We believe sometimes the natural order is fucked up. Alright. That's peace. That's peace. The closer we are to the natural order. And that is why it's important that, like, I know some people are like, why we got to talk about slavery again? Why we got to talk about history again? Why we got to talk? We have to do it again because you have to know that the trauma is what changed things. You have to know that trauma changes things. You have to understand that. If you've ever experienced any trauma, whether it's a car accident or a rape, if you've ever experienced any trauma, you know that trauma changes things. So trauma has changed things. At some point, you have to be realistic about finding out what happened before. You have to understand that there was a before. You have to grasp what would have been, now that you can conclude what's the unnatural order of things, what is the natural order of things. Clarify what that is. The closer we are to it, the more you identify it, and when you live by it, you're rewarded. Your life reflects it. And every time you steer from it, if you're not regenerating, you're degenerating, alright? And that ain't rocket science. That's just real shit. It's science. It's just not rocket science. I say this because in our wholeness, this is already day 2, right? Just day 2. And I'm afraid that a lot of us have been on a sacred woman journey, and we've been doing some introspection and some self-reflection, and we've been doing all of that, but our real life accountability hasn't been there. We still relying on a herb and an oil to fix something on the outside. We still want a suppository to, like, because we're being real, right? Okay, because we're being real. Because we're being real. Because we're being real, right? Okay, because we're being real. We still want a magic soap for our eczema. You know what I mean? We still want a magic cream for the dry skin. You know what I mean? True shit. True shit. We still want a little weak ass suppository and shit to get the pussy popping. You know what I mean? Listen. No wheatgrass and no clay and no none of this oil and no none of this other shit is gonna work if you're not working in whole. It's gotta be a whole thing. Yeah. Like, you can't stay in a relationship with a nigga that get under your skin. You can't stay in a relationship, brother, with a woman that's so nasty she make your fucking skin crawl, and then you wonder why you got skin issues. It could be completely spirit. You know what I mean? How will you know unless you correct the whole? The whole. And that's gonna be a challenge for me. To go through this, peace and power says, to go through this, knowing that some of us, and I mean, I say it all the time, garbage in, garbage out, but that some of us really believe that magic is going to fix what we won't fix. Alright. Anyway, it's not just about, like I said, it's not just about the way you eat, but it's all the ways you eat, all the ways you're fed. You know, who feeds your mind, who feeds your body, who feeds your spirit, who feeds your mouth, who feeds your eyes, your ears, your brain. What do you put, what's feeding the mouths on your body, the pores, your skin. What's feeding your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? What's fueling you. All of this shit matter. And it sounds fucked up, but since since Biscuit, who did the EMP videos, could do it, I could do it. Oh, Witchy, I love you. I'm about to get off here in a minute. Yeah. Like, remember the girl who did the EMP video was like, we gonna die in 3 days. Like, for real. 3-day flat. Yeah. Oh, sister went off of Facebook on y'all ass. Yeah. I can tell you, like, not being funny, you gonna die. And it might not be in 3 days, but if you don't do what you're supposed to do, that's just it. That's just it. And we just dance around that shit. It's crazy as fuck too, because if I ever asked a man in my past, like, if he was cheating on me and he didn't say nothing, like, that means yes. But if I ask a sister, now that we've identified what foods are poison, what thoughts are poison, and what people are toxic, are you still consciously choosing poison? Are you still consciously choosing to die? Are you still committing suicide? And you're like, and you don't say nothing. You're like, that's that man who I asked who don't say nothing. Yeah, I know what it is. I can see what it is. We got to do better because it's that serious. We have to do better because it's that serious. I'm willing to make all kind of changes so I can show you. All you got to do is do it. Everybody qualify. All right, let me get off of here before I be emotional again. Listen, once you learn it, follow it. All right? No matter how my life changes, Sacred Woman will always be, you know what I'm saying? If I wake up tomorrow and I'll be like, you know what, y'all? You shouldn't do none of that probably. I love you. Sacred Woman will always be an intricate part of my life because it's grounding me. And we're going to go through this thing together for real. We're going to heal. Don't think this is me backing out of Sacred Woman. That's not what this is at all. This is me trying to explain to you that it's more than just a book and it's more than just a diet. It really is a lifestyle. You're supposed to take the parts that make you whole because that's the only way to be sacred. It's the only way to be holy. We out here haphazardly living. We don't have a guide for communication. You got sex education. Wait. They used to have sex education, but nobody had communication education. You know what I'm saying? There is no, I mean, I remember having home ec and shit where they taught us how to make pie. They taught us how to make pie and shit. And they taught men how to make shit out of pallets and shit. But they didn't teach us how to resolve conflict. There was no conflict resolution. The only time we got to see the school's mediator was when some shit had popped off. And so we don't know how to have relationships or friendships that are healthy. We don't know how to have healthy communications. We're not taught those things often. We're not teaching those things often. And then we're in relationships without communication. and sometimes without guidance. There's a lot of us who slip into a new relationship and show somebody you like come home with somebody like, yeah, this my boo, and we like, hold it, what you mean? Where did boo come from? Where did boo come from? These things matter because your family should be supportive and on board, so you have a support system. So when things are hard, you have a support system. All of these things can be implemented in our lives. All of them. The meditations, the yogas, the diets, the ways to communicate, the ways to be in sacred union, the ways to recognize sacred beauty in yourself, the way to use sacred words, the way to use affirmations. All of these things have to be going on in order for us to get free. It's a whole lot of work, ain't it? Being free is a whole lot of work, but somebody got to do it. All right, I got to get off of here because I got to go hop in traffic. I love you guys. So I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breast, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. Okay, so I love y'all, and I will, I don't know when the heck I'm going to be back. It feels weird without Facebook, but I'll be back, though. And I'll let Lisa know and shit, yeah, I'll let Lisa know so she can tell y'all, okay? I love you. Peace.